And so you need to become the area expert. And that's what goes back about creating your personal brand. You don't have to be, I'm not talking about, you don't need to be nationwide. You need to be certainly talking about what you do in your community, not what you do, but what the information that people, your customers would want that are related to your business. Like if I'm a realtor, like I said, I'm going to be talking about how many houses were listed, how many houses were sold, what's the average price,
upcoming
neighborhoods, what's the new local restaurant that came in town,
property tax,
everything that's cool. Here's a new store.
Yeah, like if I was going to move to a city, what would I want to know?
You need to be the person that knows everything.
Yeah.
Right. And you need to put that information out and subconsciously and on purpose for you. But people are going to say, oh, well, I've been reading this blog. Like there's a realtor from Iredell County. Somebody reading that blog of the city of wherever you're from, or the videos from wherever you're from, you making these videos of, hey, it's a new restaurant in town. I went and tried it, blah, 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 blah. And you're thinking, Max, why as a realtor that helps people buy and sell homes, why would I need to talk about the new local restaurant in town?
Because those people that live in that city are going to that restaurant.
And those people that live in that city going to that restaurant are also going to be buying and selling homes.
Right.
And any new incoming residents are also going to be buying and selling their homes. So it's important to think beyond the scope of directly marketing. Hey, look, I'm your best realtor in town.
It's almost like an after the fact. Like, oh, Max, yeah, he does real estate. It's just synonymous with his name.
Yeah. I do more other stuff than I do real estate. As far as the time in my day, I spend a lot more time in my other businesses than I do in real estate. Let's see where we're at with questions. See if you see any good ones there, Matt. Matt's one of those guys that refuse to get glasses and he needs them. And he's not looking at the 42-inch screen in the other studio.
Now he's going to give us a hard question.
Just scroll down. There were good ones at the bottom.
Sign me up. Sign you up for what?
Oh, my God.
Deals. Who's got the deal? Hey, so remember how Matt thought he had a
pick
deal?
Nico Clark, please. Just go out. I'm going to do this for you. Yeah, just pick that person.
There we go. Hey, Matt. Hey, Max and Dave, how do you approach marketing with buyers versus sellers and other wholesalers? Love the content you both produce. Appreciate that.
So you have to make sense. You have to know what the buyers want, and you have to know what the sellers want. So I tell you who does a real good job at this. And I'm going to tell you a cheat code. You need to pay attention. So if you're a wholesaler right now, you need to pay attention. Even if you're a realtor, if you're a licensed agent, you need to pay attention.
Hopefully Francis is
watching. I use a company called Carrot. Okay. I'm going to tell you a cheat hack that I do for my company. Carrot, when you become a member of Carrot, they give you blogs that you can publish to your website. Now, what happens is most people don't even use these blogs to publish to their Carrot website, and they just start falling behind on the ranks. But something you can do is obviously take these blogs and you edit these blogs a little bit compared to your market. And then on top of that, what I also do is I take these blogs. I have somebody do it. They read these blogs and they break them into a PowerPoint presentation, 5 or 6 slides. And it could be on, hey, here's what to do if you need to probate a home. And so I literally take paragraphs from their stuff and read it and put a bulletin point on the thing. I record my screen and I turn that into a YouTube video. The blog that they already gave me, they have the same things for sellers, same type of blogs for sellers, same type of blogs for buyers, and the same type of blogs for realtors or whoever real estate agents. Now, what this does, the number one search engine in the world is
Google.
The number 2 search engine in the world is
YouTube.
So if you have a YouTube video that has the words that are transcribed in your video, and you're talking about probate in whatever city you're from, and you mention it 5 or 6 times, these things become embedded and you start to rise up in that city.
And by the way, Google owns YouTube, so you need to be in both.
Yeah, so these are just things you need to do. These are tricks that I've been doing for a long time. If you're in my city and you're geo-located in my city, I'm in the top 1, 2, 3 all the time organically.
Yeah.
And that's taken some time. I did some outside help, but it's able to rank. And people just don't want to put in the long, slow time. But people are going to say, listen, I want to search probate Winston-Salem. If you have a video about probate and how people can do probate in Winston-Salem, then you're going to pop up. So those are just little tips that I have that I can use. So you approach marketing to buyers and sellers in that's how we do it in our way. But buyers, you need to find out what buyers want. Obviously, they want the property. You need to find out where buyers hang out. You need to just talk to them. Buyers are great, are just for the relationships. Sellers, they're usually, what happens is when we run across sellers, they're in a life situation that requires them to sell a home or makes them want to sell a home fast. That's it.
Yeah, they're in a tough spot. So you need to provide the value up front without asking for anything, because then they say, oh, well, if he told me all this information, clearly he doesn't need anything from me. So I'm more likely to sell to you
Top of the
than
mind
somebody
marketing.
else. Yeah.
Top of the mind marketing.
Exactly.
So what else we have?
Another one.
Can a YouTube page grow organically today by posting videos consistently, or do you need to pay for growth? Yeah, consistently.
Yes, it can.
We've never paid for ads ever.
No. Actually, well, only recently, because I was like, Max, just run one
on
ad.
Instagram. But
and by the way, he's not even asking for anything. He just says, hey guys, I'm here to run an ad because Dave and the guys told me to run an ad. So here I am. Anyway, back to your normally scheduled program.
Yeah. So Jeffrey, yes, organically, here's a tip. Make a good video with a bunch of good keywords, then transcribe that video using rev.com, which is $1 a minute. So if your video is 5 minutes long, they're going to charge you 5 minutes to transcribe your video, and
right,
where you can upload, and they'll automatically upload.
Or you can hire a college intern. I mean, yeah. Rev is going to just get it done.
Rev is way easier.
Yeah.
And then so Google will read the words for you, and Google, since Google owns YouTube, it will start to rank you up organically. But you have to be consistent. Yeah. You have to say, I'm going to put out a video a week, every week, no matter what.
And just not look at the numbers.
Even if you film it in your car.
Yeah.
The most underrated asset that most people have when they talk about they want to make videos is this right here.
Yeah.
Literally turn the camera around and go like this, make your video, make sure your sound is good, turn down all background noise, and make sure you're facing the light. That's simple. Somebody likes your classic NWO show.
Everybody loves it. Too sweet. As far as that last one goes with the organic, it's really it's not just consistency, but it's thinking about look for other popular videos in your industry and try to mimic them. Because even if you tried to straight copy it, you're going to have a different take because it's your perspective. You can get free content just searching what you want to talk about.
So Matt, pull up another question. This was going to be strictly for Dave because I'm doing this thing called 75 Hard. And one of the 75 Hard challenges is drinking a gallon of water a day.
Oh, you need a break?
So I have to use the bathroom right now so bad. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Let's see. I don't know if I can answer the real estate ones, but I'm going to try it. All right. Oh, Burton's got one. What if you have a business brand but have a rising star within the business? Do you see that as a benefit or a hindrance to the brand? How would you approach? Well, I would see that as a benefit to the brand, because if you have somebody who you think can take over the reins while you're on vacation or while you're doing other stuff, that's a positive. Now, at some point, I think you're going to hit this pay ceiling where they're like, hey, I'm now realizing I'm worth more than what you're paying me. So yeah, I want more money or I'm going to walk. And now if you get to that nuclear situation, just let them walk. Because even if they've learned what you've done, they still have to go out, build their own thing, and start from scratch. And at least with Max, all of us have a certain amount of loyalty to him, just because he's benefited our lives to the point that, I don't really have to worry about money anymore, which is great. But he also encourages me to go do my own thing. So it's like reverse psychology. He says, I want you to become so big that, you don't need to work with me anymore, which I wouldn't do. But I think it's more like it's the reverse psychology thing. If you encourage somebody to just do better, I think that's all positives. But a hindrance to the brand, I definitely don't think it is. But at the same time, and I'll touch on that piece, it is the Max show. So everybody around here knows, like, it's Max's YouTube, it's Max's company. Like, at the end of the day, he's going to get the most screen time, even if we have a guest who's really well known. Like, even if we have Vince and Justin and CJ and Nas, like, Max is going to get the most screen time because first of all, he pays for us to be here, so we're gonna give him the priority. And second of all, it's his content page, so that's how I would approach it. Another one. I'm glad you guys like the NWO shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts. My best friend JR got it for me. Shout out to your favorite homie. I think I crushed that one.
All right, I'm back. Man, that felt great. Chris Lynn, hey guys, as a solo entrepreneur, is there a way to have your personal brand be your business brand as well? Absolutely. It depends. Like,
I got a good example. Dave is media. I am my business. I do media, and like if you see me posting, it's media related.
There you go. Chris, I would ask. My answer is yes. But I would, if I knew what your business was, then I would be able to give you more detail as far as like how I would handle it, what I would do.